I said in the last video I didn't want to talk about the history of the Rideau Canal, but I do want to spend a moment on my story. I grew up in Ottawa, skating on the canal at Dow's Lake in winter and canoeing the lower Rideau Lakes in summer. As an adult, I realized how unique and defining those experiences were, but as an engineer, I also know how we risk losing them. Take winter skating. Back when I first put on skates, we could rely on winter in Ottawa to be frigid. As a kid, I was pretty sure you couldn't survive the 8-kilometer skateway without 3 hot chocolates and a beaver tail. Fast forward 30 years, and while winter is still cold, on average it's a few degrees warmer. To open the skateway, we need 2 weeks of minus 10 degrees Celsius weather to freeze enough ice. The higher the average goes, the less likely we are to get that continuous cold. That's what happened in 2024 when the canal was only open for 10 days, or 2023 when it didn't open at all. Summer on the Rideau also inspired my career in water. Like any canal, the water did the work, carrying us from the peace above Westport to the bustle of Parliament Hill. But since then, that same increase in temperature means spring melt has started a little earlier each year, and summer has lasted a little bit longer. As a result, the water stored in the upper Rideau Lakes is being stretched thinner and thinner, and we've started to see the low flow each year decrease. And while it's not a showstopper like not being able to open the skateway in winter, it is something we have to watch for now. These problems, the warming in winter and the low flow in summer, they're what we're seeing now, based on measurements now. And 20 years experience in water engineering tells me climate change isn't going to make them any better. In fact, if we don't get serious about it, it could make it a lot worse. But it's not just me. We all have defining experiences, things that helped make us who we are, and a lot of your stories are probably also at risk from climate change. Those stories need to be told before they become history. And that is my ask for you today. On top of the stuff you're already doing, like making smarter choices on energy and travel and food, I want you as specialists to talk about your experience. As engineers, scientists, and technicians, we know the risks firsthand. We see them every day on project after project, and we need to talk about that. In a digital world, a personal story about what we risk losing can make all the difference. Commit to a conversation with someone who needs to hear it, a family member, an acquaintance, a decision maker, and make that connection to share your experience and help them see why this matters to you. Because if enough people understand now, the defining experiences we had can still be shared by future generations as well.